Tell us what it is.
Turn that mics on if I ain't know.
Best one.
They may be too close. They're getting ready to bring.
Yep, maybe. If you hear a ringing, it's not all just in your ears. These microphones are going to want to scream a little bit probably. They're pretty close together. But if we stretched them out any farther, though, it would be on the walls, so we don't need to be doing that, I guess. Everybody tells us that when people get up here to perform, somebody needs to announce who they are. So, as we go, somebody will try to announce who these people are. Not going to be many. As you might have noticed, the orchestra has shrunk somewhat since last time around. Otis, do you want to explain some of that? He was telling me a while ago all the reasons why these people are not here, and there's a bunch of them.
Well, every now and then it happens like this.
Yeah.
Out of our choice. One's working till about 11 tonight, New Johnsonville. One's working in Clarksville till about 8. And I think there's a death in the family on another fellow. So it happens, but we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
Crank her up there. Tell us who you are.
My name is Howard Bailey, and I live out on Rye Loop off of Bateman Branch, Tennessee. If any of you know where that is. And I'll tell you what, let's, we're going to get heavy here now.
Where you at?
I forgot. D, I think.
Hey, turn the mic off beside of you.
It's all. So afraid of losing you again. Here's a Charlie Pride number.
What key is he in?
D.
D.
Sometimes I want to throw my arms around you, but I tremble at the thought of giving in, because I know how much it costs to love you, and I'm so afraid of losing you again. Being close to you revives the sorrow that wakes me up and tells me I can't win. I'd love to wake up in your arms tomorrow, but I'm so afraid of losing you again. If heaven were to hear my heart's confession, girl, wanting you would be my greatest sin. But I'm glad that you're no longer my possession, 'cause I'm so afraid of losing you again. Being close to you revives the sorrow that wakes me up and tells me I can't win. I'd love to wake up in your arms tomorrow, but I'm so afraid of losing you again. Thank you much. Do what again? That? All right. Hey, if you hear people clapping their hands back in here, I want to tell you the reason why. I've got family here. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I got my little sister. She's from Dixon, Tennessee. And there's a little story about this. That young lady, first of all, she's 95 years old.
All right.
Her name is Lily Mae Breeden. Okay, on top of... Yeah, did you hear that? She is 2013 Miss Old Timers of Dixon County for the full year. She's reigning queen. All right. Y'all didn't know there's royals in my family, did you? Also, with her is her daughter Kay, and Kay is one of a set of twins. She's got a twin sister. Okay. Then there's her son Vernon Breeden, sitting right over here on the end. All right. My nephew, of course. And there's his wife, good-looking wife, Dot. Yeah. Okay. Then on back a little farther. My son James is back there. That's him. Yep. Okay. And and his lovely wife Tanya is here with us. Okay. All right. And her mother Sue, and Jim and Tanya's baby daughter Emma Kay. Emma Kay is around here somewhere. Where you at, Emma? Oh, there she is. Yeah, okay.
So,
all right.
So what you're saying is, if nobody likes your singing, you brought somebody to clap for you.
No, if nobody liked my singing, I brought some people to beat them up.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just mine.
Okay. We're still unjusting and trying to get all sawed up here. And let's do one in A, y'all. Now you have to watch me on this woman. I get a little tricky here.
What are you gonna do for a advantage of it or not?
Huh?
Is this a up tempo?
Well,
What is it?
yeah, it's up tempo, yeah, but it ain't gonna start out that way.
What is it? What are you doing?
You're running the surprise.
Okay.
Okay. Here's a little thing. I kind of put two songs together and just kind of messed them up a little bit. So you get the drift of what I'm doing here just a little bit. All right. Goes like this in A, y'all. When I was a little boy, I asked my mama, what will I be? Will I be handsome, or will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, well, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, baby, you know you're crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, it said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they told me you was high class, baby, well, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, well, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, baby, you know you're crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Thank you. Let's do just a little bit of one in G, just a little bit, okay?
All right.
All right. Now, how would you like to hear Roy Acuff's version of Hound Dog?
Sure.
Gotta hear this.
Goes like this right here. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, little darling. You ain't never caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine. Now, y'all don't let the word get out that I did that, okay? Okay. Hey, I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's do one of my songs. Since we're doing whatever we want to. Is that right, Bill? Doing what we want? That's right. Bill Rainey says it's so. It's out of tune, but I don't know which one it is.
You need to twerk it a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I just need to pick it some, don't I? Okay. You came here to ask me to take you back again and love you like before, as if things were the same. But day by day I'm teaching my heart to forget. So no thank you, dear, I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit loving you with all my heart and mind, and I'll do it, though it may take some time. Oh, I must forget you, but I haven't yet. So no thank you, dear, I'm trying to quit. The words you are saying are tempting my mind to let myself love you as I did one time. The puzzle intrigues me, but the pieces won't fit. So no thank you, dear, I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit loving you with all my heart and mind, and I'll do it, though it may take some time. Oh, I must forget you, but I haven't yet. So no thank you, dear, I'm trying to quit. Oh, no, thank you, dear, I'm trying to quit. Thank you much. You might notice that these songs tonight are going to be kind of short. And if my throat doesn't straighten up a little bit, mine's going to be real short. We don't want to forget now, this coming Monday will be a day to remember all of our veterans, and I'm proud to say that I'm one of those. I served from 1958 to 1960. I didn't see any battles or anything like that. I was stationed in a security area in Texas, and so I spent most of my 2 years down there. But I feel like I had an important job. I took it seriously. I was guarding atomic bombs. So I feel like I did my part for the country, so now I'm under VA care, and they're kind of taking care of me a little bit. So remember your veterans on Monday, and also all the guys and gals that are still over there somewhere fighting for the United States of America. Remember those in your prayers, okay?
Hey, let's recognize all the veterans in the house tonight. If you served in the military, would you stand?
Yeah.
Hello? Everybody listening? Y'all don't mind standing, we'd like to recognize you. Stand up, please, if you've been in the military and served.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.
We want you to know we're proud of you. Otis, you got something going?
No, I'm just gonna turn it over when you're done, Marlene, let her sing.
All right. You want me to introduce her?
Whenever you're done, you sing when you're done, and let her sing a while.
I'm done for right now.
All right.
Okay. All right. Now we're still gonna have a couple more people up here.
Yeah.
We got a guy up here that he's kind of a little bit of a DJ.
Little bit.
Kind of a little bit of a DJ. The man is worldwide. I mean, smack down the best there is. And Bill Rainey will be up here in a little bit to do some songs for you. And he's also the man that's going to be publishing my songs. Right, Bill? There you go. Yeah. Right now, here's a young lady that's been picking and grinning for quite some time. And I've done 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 different shows with Marlene. She's a good talent and a mighty fine young lady. And I pick at her a little bit, but I'll tell you about that later. Here is Miss Marlene Edwards. Give her a big hand, would you? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Veterans Day is a special day for me because I was born 11/11/44 on Veterans Day.
Right.
So I always celebrate it, and I'm proud to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you might hear some things out of me that aren't exactly what you remember a song to be like, because I learned how to play and sing sitting on the back porch. And somebody'd come along and teach me a few chords, and then I'd learn a few more chords from somebody, and before you knew it, I'd put them all together and sing. And we're going to do Satin Sheets in the chord of A. Now I've got satin sheets to lie on, I've got satin pillows to cry on. Still, I'm not happy, don't you see? Big long Cadillacs, tailor-mades upon my back. Still, I want you to set me free. I found another man who can give more than you can, though you've given me everything money can buy. But your money can't hold me tight like he does on a cold, cold night. I'm sorry you didn't keep me satisfied. Now I've got satin sheets to lie on, I've got satin pillows to cry on. Still, I'm not happy, don't you see? Big long Cadillacs, tailor-mades upon my back. Still, I want you to set me free. Sing it along with me, I see y'all know it. Satin sheets to lie on, satin pillows to cry on. Still, I'm not happy, don't you see? Big long Cadillacs, tailor-mades upon my back. Still, I want you to set me free. Still, I want you to set me free. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think we got a bunch of people out there that would like to sing. Would you like to sing? I always like to include the crowd because I want everybody to have fun. Shall we do the old frog song? You want to do your banjo on that one?
Sure.
All
Hey,
right.
By the way, Marlene,
Yes, sir.
they won't sing as long as they're back there.
As long as you're back there. All right. Well, we're going to do a frog song, and I think you've heard it before. You'll catch on real quick. All you have to do is follow what I tell you. If I say, oh, yeah, you're going to repeat, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I say, oh, no, you're going to say, oh, no.
Oh, no.
But you'll catch on in the part of D, I think. Well, the frog went a-courting and he did go, uh-huh, you say, uh-huh, that's it. Frog went a-courting and he did go, uh-huh, say, uh-huh, yeah. Frog went a-courting and he did go to the coconut grove, to the midnight show, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. You got it? Okay, start from the top. Frog went a-courting and he did go, uh-huh. D like a doggy. Frog went a-courting and he did go, uh-huh, uh-huh. Frog went a-courting and he did go to the coconut grove, to the midnight show, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Well, Molly Mouse was a hat-jack girl, woo-woo, woo-woo. Molly Mouse was a hat-jack girl, oh yeah, oh yeah. Molly Mouse was a hat-jack girl, so he figured he'd give this chick a whirl. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Well, he soldered up to Molly Mouse's side, oh yeah, oh yeah. Soldered up to Molly Mouse's side, uh-huh, uh-huh. Soldered up to Molly Mouse's side and whispered, Molly, won't you be my bride, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Not without my Uncle consent, uh-uh, uh-uh. Not without my consent, oh no, oh no. Now without Uncle Red's consent, I wouldn't even marry the president. This is my favorite verse after he gets done playing. So that's a Clyde, you better hit the road. Farewell. That's a Clyde, you better hit the road. So long, so long. That's a Clyde, you better hit the road. You ain't no frog, you're a horny toad. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, go away. And I sure wouldn't marry the president. I want you to really sing it loud with me. Last chance you get. Well, the frog went a-courting and he did go, uh-huh, uh-huh. Frog went a-courting and he did go, uh-huh, uh-huh. Frog went a-courting and he did go to the coconut grove, to the midnight show, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. That's all, folks. Thank you. You were good. You were good. Great. Well.
Good job, Marlene.
I was hoping you'd do that.
He was hoping I'd do that. You've heard that before.
Yeah, I played it with you.
Yeah, that's fun. I like to do fun songs. When I'm in a building like this reminds me of the school I went to. Only it wasn't so fancy as this. It was like Little House on the Prairie. It was just one-room country schoolhouse. And this is what the teacher used to always say to me in Quarter C. Stand up, sit down, shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Stand up, sit down, shut your mouth. Write your name on the blackboard 100 times. You've been walking through the mines. No, I forgot that. See, I'm getting old. Okay. It goes like, write your name. Boy, I'm glad I didn't do that in school. Let's put that down in D. Stand up, sit down, shut your mouth. I think I got it now. Stand up, sit down, shut your mouth. Write your name on the blackboard 100 times. You've been flying those airplanes all around, jumping in the halls like a bunch of baboons. Stand up, sit down, shut your mouth. Little Willie does it, but I catch the blame. Guess the teacher's got it in for my name. I march right up and I try to explain, but all the teacher says is you ought to be ashamed. Stand up, sit down, shut your mouth. That's it. Sorry for messing that up. It's hot up here. Woo! I have to tell you something. When we were coming down here, you know, I'm just like all the rest of you women. You probably heard me tell this story before. But the minute we get in that car, I got to go to the bathroom, right? So I said to my husband, you pull over to the first place that you find where I can go to the bathroom. He says, I will, honey. So wouldn't you know, just like a man, he pulls into a radiator shop. And I said, honey, I told you I got to go to the bathroom. He says, well, honey, didn't she see the sign over the radiator shop? It says, best place in town to take a leak. I think so.
How'd you get one, Marlene?
Any port is good in a storm, isn't it?
You don't think I'm going to try to touch that one, do you?
Woo,
Marlene, you got a fella out there in front of you steal that joke.
he'll steal that joke. Well, that's okay, because I stole it too. You write that one down. Well, my husband did a real dandy to me. When we were shopping in the summertime, we were in Nashville, and we were walking down the street, and, you know, they had these mannequins in the store windows with bathing suits on, and one had a two-piece bathing suit on, and one had a one-piece bathing suit on. And I said, wow, honey, I ain't been in a bathing suit in years. And he says, well, honey, why don't you go in there and get one? And I thought, wow, you know, he'd still like to see me in a bathing suit. And I looked and I says, well, what do you think I should get, that two-piece one or that all-in-one? And he says, no, honey, he says, I think you should get the two-piece. And I was really feeling good then. And I says, are you sure I should get that two-piece? He says, oh, yes, honey, because you ain't going to get it all in one.
Okay, that reminds me of one. Now, this is not a dirty joke. I want you to know that. I had to quit telling jokes when I was going to be televised because it started coming back to bite me. It seems there was this old lady, which I love old ladies, okay? She decided she would call down to the pizza place and have them to deliver her one of those little pan pizzas, okay? So she called down and said, I want to order a pan pizza. I want you to deliver it to my place, give them the address and everything. They said, okay. Said, now we got a question for you. Said, you want it sliced in 6 slices or 8? She said, better make it 6. I don't think I can eat 8. Yeah.
What?
Uncle Billy Rainey, are you ready to do some songs or two? We'll give you, you can have the whole thing.
How about after the cakewalk?
Oh, after the cakewalk. Okay, the cakewalk time, all right. Oh, well, that ain't but about 15 more minutes, so
That's why
okay,
I
let's
said
let's
that.
do this then.
Y'all got time to do a few more before we take one.
I got a woman mean as she can be.
Woo!
Hey, I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean as me. Well, a black cat up died of fright, 'cause she crossed his path that night. I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean as me. Hey, I got a woman mean as she can be. Yeah, I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean as me. Well, a black cat up died of fright, 'cause she crossed his path last night. I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean as me. Well, I got a woman mean as she can be. Yeah, I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean as me. Well, she kissed so hard, bruised my lips, hurt so good my heart just flipped. I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean as me. Hey, I got a woman mean as she can be. Yeah, I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean at me. Suey. Marlene, you got another song?
Oh, my.
You done?
Somewhere stuck in there. How about drinking champagne? I did a CD, and that song has never been really done by a woman before, but I think it really fits well in the chord of D. I think it is. No. Well, I keep drinking champagne and feeling no pain till early morning. Dining and dancing with every handsome guy I can find. And I keep having a fling with this pretty young thing till early morning. Knowing tomorrow I'll wake up with you on my mind. Guilty conscience, I guess, though I must confess I didn't love you much when you were mine. So I'll keep drinking champagne and feeling no pain till early morning. Dining and dancing with every handsome guy I can find. And I'll keep having a fling with this pretty young thing till early morning. Knowing tomorrow I'll wake up with you on my mind. Guilty conscience, I guess, though I must confess I didn't love you much when you were mine. So I'll keep drinking champagne and feeling no pain till early morning. Dining and dancing with every handsome guy I can find. And I'll keep having a fling with this pretty young thing till early morning, knowing tomorrow I'll wake up with you on my mind. Got it. Thank you.
Y'all sing one together?
We're gonna get brave now.
Huh?
We're gonna get brave now. No, it'll be, when I get the capo on there right, it'll be a C. Still think we guitar's out of tune. Here's a Vince Gill song. Maybe I can get through it, and I don't know for sure. I rushed home from work like I always do. Girl, I spent my whole day just thinking about you. When I walked through that front door, my whole life was changed. 'Cause nobody answered when I called your name. Oh, the note on the table just told me goodbye. You said you'd grown weary of living a lie. Now your love has ended, oh, but mine still remains. But nobody answered when I called your name. Oh, the lonely sound of my voice calling is driving me insane. And just like rain, my tears keep falling, 'cause nobody answers when I call your name. Honey, just like rain, my tears keep falling, 'cause nobody answers when I call your name. Too many frogs in the throat. Got the B flat F.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you that before we started.
Yeah,
Okay.
I missed it.
Now,
I thought you
okay. All right, y'all look like you're ready for a hot one again. Just happen to have one. In the key of A, y'all. Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Singing big boss man, oh, don't you hear me when I call? I'm a singing you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Well, you got me working, boss man, working around the clock. Want a little drink of water, man, but you won't let me stop, big boss man. Oh, don't you hear me when I call? I'm a singing you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Gonna find me another boss man, one that'll treat me right, one that'll work me hard all day and let me sleep all night, big boss man. Lord, don't you hear me when I call? I'm a singing you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Big boss man, well don't you hear me when I call? Singing big boss man, Lord don't you hear me when I call you? I'm a singing you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Big boss man, big boss man, big boss man. Thank you much.
Marlene,
Oh, my.
give us another one.
Sing
I
one,
wasn't
Marlene,
ready for
please.
that. I just do all these slow songs. I'm not good at fast ones. So let's try From a Jack to a King.
In G.
In G. From a jack to a king, from loneliness to a wedding ring, I played the ace and I won a king. You made me queen of your heart. From a jack to a king, with no regrets I stacked the cards last night, and Lady Luck played her hand just right. She made me queen of your heart. In just a little while I thought that I might lose again, but just in time I saw the twinkle in your eye. From a jack to a king, from loneliness to a wedding ring, I played the ace and I won a king. You made me queen of your heart. In just a little while I thought that I might lose again, but just in time I saw the twinkle in your eye. From a jack to a king, from loneliness to a wedding ring, I played the ace and I won a king. You made me queen of your heart. Thank you. We need some dancers out there.
All right, looks like it's about cakewalk time, so everybody jump up here and grab yourself a number and we'll do some cakewalking. Oh, thank you, do it.
Prefer to do what you said. Yeah, comfortable place. You gotta do basic.
It could have got out some on the way down here.
Get green. Better?
I may be about simple to work this thing.
You want to introduce yourself, Bill?
Yeah, I got it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and do whatever you need to do. We'll get out there. We'll get out there and boo. We'll get out there and boo whatever.
Well, they said get up here and do something, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to quit before I get started. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you for coming out tonight on behalf of Otis. And my name is Bill Rainey. I'm a worldwide disc jockey out of Nashville, Tennessee, NBRN Radio. And I also have a song that I wrote and recorded. It's number 16 worldwide right now. So, and of course, Howard, I've got, I don't know, armload of songs of his in my publishing company. And we're going to try to make a superstar out of him. But anyway, if you get a chance to tune in, I'm on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday out of Nashville, Tennessee. And then, of course, it goes worldwide. Texas, I'm, I think, streamed out of Texas on 5,700 radio stations altogether. So it gives you an idea what I do. But anyway, this weather's been great. I tell you, it's really been great. And talking about that, I got to tell you a little story real quick. These preachers was out fishing. There's three preachers fishing out in the middle of a lake, and of course it's 102 in the shade, no shade. And it's a Catholic priest sitting in the bow, and a Baptist sitting in the middle seat, and a Pentecost preacher sitting in the back. And about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they can't take the heat no more. And this Catholic priest, he said, you know, brothers, he said, it's so hot. He said, I've got a quart of good cold wine up in my car. I'll go get some wine. Some cold wine would go real good right now, as hot as it is. So he gets out of the boat, walks across the top of the water, gets to the bank, goes up the car, gets a jug of wine, comes back, walks on top of the water, gets back in the boat. Baptist sitting there, and he said, you know, brother, said, it's awful nice of you to go get that cold wine up there in your car to drink. He said, I've got some cheese in my car. Said, I'll go get the cheese, and wine and cheese would really go good. So this Baptist preacher steps out of the boat. He walks across the water, went up to his car, got the cheese, come back, walked across the water, and got back in. This Pentecost preacher sitting back there by the motor kept looking at him, and finally he said, well, you know, brothers, he said, you went and got the wine and you went and got the cheese. He said, I've got some crackers. He said, I'll go up to the car and get some crackers, and crackers and cheese and wine would really go good. And he stepped out of the boat and disappeared. Well, they drug him back over in the boat, and he got down on one knee, and he said a short prayer, and he said, now I'll go get them crackers. And he stepped out, and he went under again. Well, they drug him back over in the boat. That time he got down on both knees. And he made a little longer prayer that time. And he said, now I'll go get them crackers. And he stepped out and he disappeared again. Catholic said, we better tell that fool where them stumps are at. He's going to drown himself. Anyway, I try to do a couple of here. I'm not used to this guitar, I tell you right now. But we'll see what we can do. Whenever I chance to meet some old friends on the street, they wonder how does a man get to be this way? Always got a smiling face, anytime in any place. And every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning, let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. People may try to guess the secret of happiness. Some of them will never learn it, just a simple thing. The secret I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love. And the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. Charlie Pride. Thank you. Talking to Charlie Pride, as I mentioned, I'm a worldwide disc jockey out of Nashville, and I got a CD in from Texas, and the guy's last name was Pride. So I called him because all my new artists, all I play is up-and-coming young artists. I do not play no big names. They wouldn't help me when I was trying to get my start. They can pay for their own wheelchair. All I play is up-and-coming artists. So anyway, I called this boy down in Texas and talked to him about the song. And in fact, if you tune into my program next week, you'll hear him. His name is Stephen Pride. And I said, come to think of it, Stephen, I said, a good friend of mine is named Charlie Pride. And he said, yeah, that's my older brother. So we got him on there. But I got to tell you another real quick story. This old boy going to town and had a blowout right in front of an insane asylum. So he gets out to change his tire, and an old boy's sitting up on the wall watching him. He got everything done, and he turned around to pick up the lug nuts and stepped on the hubcap and dumped all the lug nuts down the sewer. So he started walking off, and the boy sitting up on the wall there that's in the insane asylum said, where are you going? He said, well, as you saw, I just dumped the lug nuts down the sewer. So he said, I've got to walk into 5 miles into town, get lug nuts, and come back. He said, it's going to take me 3 or 4 hours. And the guy said, no, you don't. He said, man, just take 1 nut off of each wheel, put them 3 on that wheel, go to town, get forward, put 1 back. And the guy said, what in the world are you doing in that insane asylum? He said, I'm in here for being crazy, not stupid. So. The late Jim Reeves. Am I losing you? Are my fears coming true? Tell me what to do. Am I losing you? Am I too blind to see what's been happening to me? How I wish I knew. I'm gonna quit on that one. I gotta tell one, this is not a joke. A lot of times I just quit doing what I'm doing and do something different, but that's okay. We have a large home up here at Cumberland City. That's where I live. And large sun deck on the back. And got a picnic table and everything out there on the sun deck. Large apple tree there. You can sit there and smell apples and so forth. My wife, Barbie, and I were sitting out there, and she's got a big glass of wine. Big glass of wine, and she's sipping off of that. And after about an hour and a half, she said, you know, if I lost you, didn't have you, I don't know what in the world I would do. And I said, Barb, is that you talking or the wine talking? She said, no, it's me talking to the wine. So I don't hurt anymore. All my teardrops are dry. No more walking the floor with that burning inside. Just to think it could be, time has opened the door, and at last I am free. I don't hurt anymore. No use to deny. I wanted to die the day you said we were through. But now that I find you're out of my mind, I can't believe that it's true. I've forgotten somehow that I hurt so before, and it's wonderful now. I don't hurt anymore. The late Hank Snow. Let's try an old Hank Williams here. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Better. What do you think about it, Norm? Be okay? All right. All right. These, it's just a little bit, I got a couple of things that I wanted to tell you. One of them, these two young sisters, these young nuns, and they was walking across the park there in New York, which is dangerous. And anyway, they got way out in the middle of the park in the woods and heading to where they were going. And this guy molested both of them young Catholic girls. And after the incident, they're walking on down the path, and one of them's crying. And she said, "What in the world are we going to tell Mother Superior that we got raped twice?" And she said, "What do you mean twice?" She said, "We are coming back this way, aren't we?" Oh, well. I felt it all in me. Lord knows I tried. It's an awful awakening in a country boy's eyes. Look in the mirror in total surprise at the hair on your shoulder, the age in your eye. Amanda, light of my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Amanda, light of my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Amanda, light of my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Thank you. He just sits there and smiles and drinks coffee. Yeah, yeah. You like him like that, huh? Okay. Another Charlie Pride. Sometimes I want to throw my arms around you, then I tremble at the thought of giving in, 'cause I know how much it costs to love you, and I'm so afraid of losing you again. Being close to you revives a sorrow that wakes me up and tells me I can't win. I'd like to wake up in your arms tomorrow, but I'm so afraid of losing you again. Being close to you revives a sorrow that wakes me up and tells me I can't win. I'd like to wake up in your arms tomorrow, but I'm so afraid of losing you again. Yes, I'm so afraid of losing you again. Mr. Charlie. Otis, you can come do this anytime you're ready. No, just sit back there and shake his head. No, 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 no. Okay, be that way about it then. My hero, put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low, and you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you the way I do? Though love is blind, make up your mind, I've got to know. Should I hang up, or will you tell him he'll have to go? You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man. Do you want me answer yes or no? Darling, I will understand. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low, and you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. The late Jim Reeves. Thank you so much. That was my hero. We're talking about these religious people. I love to pick on the Catholic, of course, but anyway, Barb and I was coming down here tonight. Barb is my wife there, of course, and or so she says. And anyway, there was a 18-wheeler in front of us down here, and this road is so narrow, and all at once he slams on the brakes, and he's getting this old big tractor trailer stopped. I told her something bad went wrong. I said, you stay in the car, I better go see what happened. So I get up front, and a Catholic sister had a blowout. I mean, she's 18, 19 years old, got this long black robe on and their big white hat that they fly in, you know, according to television anyway. And this trucker, of course, most truck drivers are gentlemen. You'll vouch to that, won't you? Yeah, well, I'll give you 5 afterwards. And anyway, the truck driver, he gets the jack out, and he gets the car, and he gets jacking it up. Just as he got it about halfway up, another 18-wheeler went by, whoom, and off it fell. And he looked around and he said, I'll be damned. And this little sister come unglued. She said, I'll have you know that I'm a lady of the cloth. You don't talk like that in front of me. You got to say anything you say, praise the Lord. Well, this truck driver, being a truck driver, you know, just kind of shook his head and started jacking the car back up. Got it almost to the top again, another 18-wheeler, whoom, and it fell off. He looked around, I mean, damn. This sister, oh, she did a little dance out there in the middle of that road. I told you I'm a lady of the cloth. You don't talk like that in front of me. You got to say anything you say, praise the Lord. Truck driver, he started jacking it back up. Got it almost to the top, and another 18-wheeler went out. Whoom! And it started over, and he hollered, praise the Lord. And the car straightened up. The little sister said, well, I'll be damned. We'll try a quick one here, and I'm going to get off of here. I pulled in a roadhouse in Texas, a little place called Hamburger Dan. That old jukebox was a-playing a tune called A Truck Driving Man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I put a quarter in a jukebox and play that truck driving man. How I'd love to be around you when the lonely nights surround you. How I'd love to be alone with you. How I'd love to have the power just to read your mind an hour. How I'd love to be alone with you. Just to be with you one night, you and me alone. Kiss your lips and hold you tight, have you for my own. It would be a joy unending, this could be a real beginning. How I'd love to be alone with you. I've laid around and played around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yeah, winter's coming on. I've laid around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel on. And I feel like I gotta travel on. Thank you so much.
Is that her blowing on it?
Yeah. Cooling might get off a little bit. Bill Rainey done just about burned it up.
Remember your granddaughter?
Yeah. We got a young lady here that wants to come up and sing a song.
She's gonna sing Big Big Jesus.
And she's my granddaughter, Emma. Would you give her a big hand? Yeah, go over there with Otis. Otis help you out. And we'll have to find her key, whatever.
Jesus key.
G? Okay.
Say the word from the worry,
Back up a little bit.
and decide from the light. No saber wretch like me. I've heard about this morning. Innocence is what is unholy, and I love to tell you all. Jesus, my Savior forever. He softly and He bought me with His redeeming blood. He loved me, I knew Him, and all my love is to Him. He won me to victory beyond the cleansing flood.
I heard about a mansion in
It's
the
for me and glory,
and I heard about
the streets of gold beyond the shining sea.
about
Let the angels singing and the angels singing, and some sweet day of singing songs of victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He softly and He bought me with His redeeming blood. He loved me, I knew Him, and all my love is to Him. He wants me to victory beyond the cleansing flood.
Excellent.
There was this young lady walked in this bar, and she had a duck under her arm. And this old drunk sitting over there, and he kind of raised his head up a little bit, looked over there. He couldn't believe what he's seeing, so she sat there a little while longer, and finally he couldn't stand it anymore. He said, say there, where'd you get the pig? And the lady said, I'll have you know this is a duck. He said, would you shut up? I'm talking to the duck. Now, believe it or not, I wasn't in that bar that night, and I don't know that's all true.
This is joke night.
I guess, yeah.
Do some
Okay.
joke. Do some joke. We're joking.
All right, I'm going to try to do a song. I don't know if it's going to work or not. And after this one, I've got another song I do have a request for, so if I don't make it through this one, I'll try the other one anyway.
Hey, back that other.
This is Bravery Night.
Push that other mic back. Push it forward. I think we're getting a ring on that mic right there. Don't get the two mics too close together. There you go.
That's all.
Is it off?
Yeah, it's all. Okay. All right. Here we go. The bottle let me down. Each night I leave the barroom when it's over, not feeling any pain at closing time. But tonight your memory left me much too sober. Couldn't drink enough to get you off my mind. 'Cause tonight the bottle let me down. Can't let your memories come around. The one true friend I thought I'd found. But tonight the bottle let me down. Well, I've always had a bottle I could turn to. Then lately I've been turning every day. But the wine don't take effect the way it used to. And I'm hurting in an old familiar way. Oh, tonight the bottle let me down. Yet let your memories come around. The one true friend I thought I'd found. But tonight the bottle let me down. Yeah, tonight the bottle let me down. Thank you. Marlene, you got a good song there? I know you do. Here's Miss Marlene Edwards.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking this is like storytelling time, isn't it? It's storytelling time.
Well, go ahead and tell
Sure
them.
is.
All right.
Well, you know,
Stay home.
yeah, I'm a Catholic, so I love the Catholic jokes, and if you've not heard this one, being we're doing all this music and telling stories, if you've never been in a Catholic mass, okay, the priest will sing and then you'll answer back. And so it was a Christmas ceremony, and he told the altar boy, he says, now I want you to go stand in the back. He said, and when I'm doing the mass, I'm going to sing for you. I want you to light the candles and bring them up to the front of the altar. He says, you know when, because I will sing it. So Johnny goes in the back, and he's waiting, and Father goes through all the mass, and he says, Johnny, light the candles. And Johnny didn't light the candles, and he didn't bring them up front. So Father said again, he said, Johnny, light the candles. Johnny still didn't come up front with the candles. So by now, Father is getting a little bit angry, and he says, Johnny, light the candles. And Johnny in the back says, but Father, I can't. I'm mouse peed all over the matches.
I'll tell you something else about Marlene you might not know.
Now.
Yeah, here we go, Marlene. I'm going to tell on you. Marlene is Polish. She is. Marlene, are you?
Now, you be careful, because my husband has had so many bruises on him this year for telling Polak jokes.
I heard he had surgery.
And he called the police the other day, and he says, I think my wife is going to kill me. And the police says, well, what makes you think that? He says, because I went in the medicine cabinet, and there's a bottle up there that says Polish remover.
Polish, okay. Yeah, now, you're not going to ruin my joke, I'll tell you that right now. I've known this girl for a pretty good while now. One time we were doing a show in Dixon at Grand Old Hatchery, and Marlene was helping us out a little bit, and we did the halftime show when the band was taking a break. Marlene's up there with us, and so before we went on stage, I said, hey, Marlene, I'll make a deal with you. She said, what's that? I said, I won't tell any Polak jokes if you don't tell any nose jokes. That's a true story. That did happen.
It's a true story.
You remember that, Marlene?
I remember that.
Yeah. We got a request. I'm going to try to do this song. I don't know if I'll get through it or not. If I don't, Marlene will take over and sing the rest of it. Dot wanted to hear a song that I've been trying to do for a long, long time. And if the Oak Ridge boys find out about it, they're going to be mad. Ain't no doubt about it. Little thing called Elvira goes like this. Elvira, Elvira, my heart's on fire. Elvira, 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 My heart's on fire, Elvira. Well, tonight I'm gonna see her at the Hungry House Cafe. I'm gonna give her all the fun I can. She's gonna jump and holler, 'cause I saved up a few dollars. We gonna search and find that preacher man. I'm singing Elvira, Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira. Do it, Elvira. Got eyes that look like heaven, lips like cherry wine. That girl sure knows how to make my little eyes shine. I get a funny feeling up and down my spine, because I know that my Elvira's mine. I'm singing Elvira, Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira, Elvira, Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira. Well, giddy up, baba, baba, mama, giddy up, baba, baba, mama. I, your silver away. Suey. All right. Thank you. Marlene? Yeah. How about a couple of good songs?
Yeah. I had one in mind and it just flew away. Let's try. I was going to do Paper Roses. Everybody likes that, but I got to figure out what chord that was in. Well. A G, I guess. It starts there. Paper roses, paper roses. Oh, how real those roses seem to be. But they're only imitation, just like your imitation love for me. Well, I thought that you would be a perfect lover, 'cause you seemed so very honest at the start. But like the big red roses made of paper, there isn't any sweetness in your heart. Paper roses, paper roses. Oh, how real those roses seem to be. But they're only imitation, just like your imitation love for me. Paper roses, paper roses. Oh, how real those roses seem to be. But they're only imitation, just like your imitation love for me. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'd like to try a funny song, but I don't know if we can pull it off or not because because we've never done this before. Is there somebody, and I can't play my guitar, but you remember this song about Long Tall Texan? You remember that song? Well, I'm a long tall Texan. You remember that one?
I don't. Maybe he does.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, I do.
Small, but I need somebody's hat.
Huh?
I need somebody's hat to do this.
I'd let
No,
you
I
have
need
mine,
that
but it's got pink on it.
Thank you.
Poor thing.
Now, I don't know if I can do this, but we're going to try it. It might not just come out all right, but we're going to try it anyway. Okay. Indeed, yeah. Well, I'm not a tall Texan. I'm a small, short Polak. Okay? So it goes like this. Well, I'm a small, short Polak. I ride a big white horse. I come from Texas on a big white horse. Yeah, I'm a small, short Polak. I ride a big white horse. I come from Texas on a big white horse. Boys all look at me and say, Lord, girl, is that your horse? Well, I'm a small, short Polak. I wear a big white hat. I come from Texas in a big white hat. I'm a small, short Polak. I wear a big white hat. I come from Texas in a big white hat. Boys all look at me and say, Lord, girl, is that your hat? Well, I was walking down the street with my shiny pants on and my spurs were a-jingling at my feet. I saw a man coming at me with a gun in his hand and I said, stop, I'm the law. Yeah, I'm a small, short Polak, but I enforce the law. Well, I'm a small, short Polak. I ride a big white horse. I come from Texas on a big white horse. I'm a small, short Polak. I ride a big white horse. I come from Texas on a big white horse. Boys all look at me and say, Lord, girl, is that your horse? Yeah, sure is. Bye. So now that reminds me of the time my brother lives in Montana and he come out to Tennessee to visit with a friend from Texas. And you know how those people are. Everything is big in Texas, right? So I decided I'm going to take him for a ride down this side road. I didn't do that. So we go down this road, we're in the pickup truck, and this coyote runs across the road. And this fella from Texas says, what's that? And I said, well, that's a coyote. He says, a coyote? He says, my gosh, in Texas, they're 3 times that size. I said, oh, okay. So we're going a little further. Pretty soon a turkey flies over, and he says, what's that? And I said, well, that's a turkey. A turkey? He says, my gosh, in Texas, they're 3 times that size. So we're going a little further, and this turtle's coming across the road, and And he said, now I suppose you're going to tell me that's a turtle. And I said, no, sir, that's a tick.
Yeah. Well, I say that you can always tell a Texan, but you can't tell him much. And I got to tell you, I like Texans because when I was in service, I was stationed in Texas, and I was in service with a bunch of old boys that were from Texas. So the Tennessee boys and the Texas guys get along really well.
That's right.
You got one?
In G, if I never get to heaven, I like this song. It's a very old song, but I like it. If I never get to heaven, it will be for loving you. It's so easy for a heart in love to sin. If I never get to heaven, it will be for loving you. It's so easy for a heart in love to sin. Well, we'll let that one go. I think that's one we need to practice before we throw that out there. Okay. I can sing one for you that my husband doesn't like. It was done by the Tractors. Have you ever heard of the Tractors? Okay, I think it's... Indeed, why should I say, don't worry, be happy. To tell the truth, I've been worried from the start. You know as well as me, we got troubles with a capital T. Everything that we got is falling apart. I got a 1970 Cadillac sitting in the driveway. If it had new brakes, new tires, new shocks, still wouldn't start. If it ain't one thing, it seems like 10 ain't had no loving since I don't know when. Everything that we got is falling apart. So why should I say, don't worry, be happy. To tell the truth, I've been worried from the start. Yeah, you know as well as me, we got troubles with a capital T. Everything that we got is falling apart. Every time I really truly think you love me, you start messing with my mind and with my heart. Always got a reason to tell me no, too early, too late, too fast, too slow. Everything that we got is falling apart. So why should I say, don't worry, be happy. To tell the truth, I've been worried from the start. Yeah, you know as well as me, we got troubles with a capital T. Everything that we got is falling apart.
And when you get 77 years old, it'll get worse. But probably before you get 77 years old. Of course, Bill wouldn't know anything about that, huh? Ain't going to even talk about it.
21 in spring.
All right, okay. That suits me all right. Together again, our tears have stopped falling. The long, lonely nights are now at an end. The key to my heart you hold in your hand, and nothing else matters now. We're together again. all together again. The gray skies are gone. Girl, you're back in my arms, now where you belong. All the love that we knew is living again, and nothing else matters now. We're together again, all together again. My gray skies are gone. Girl, you're back in my arms, that's where you belong. And the key to my heart you hold in your hand, and nothing else matters now. We're together again, oh, and nothing else matters now. We're together again. Thank you. Maybe next time around, I'll have some of this sinusitis and throat trouble gone, and maybe it'll sound a little bit better, I hope. Anyway, what you got, Otis?
George Jones.
George Jones.
Oh, yes.
Well, we'll try.
Hey, you ever do on the window up above?
I used to do it all the time, but I hadn't done it in 20 years, so I don't know the words to it anymore. Yeah.
If you can do it.
Yeah, but I
always enjoyed
I always
that
liked that song. Yeah. And here's a. I have been working on another George Jones, mind you, that maybe next time around I'll try to do it. But this is the one I always thought was my #1 favorite of George Jones. It's called "She Thinks I Still Care." Just because I asked a friend about her, just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I rang her number by mistake today, she thinks I still care. So if she's happy thinking I still need her, and let her silly notions bring her tears, oh, how could she ever be so foolish? Oh, where could she get such an idea? Just because I haunt the same old places where the memories of her linger everywhere. Just because I'm not the happy guy I used to be, she thinks I still care. Do it, Otis. So if she she's happy thinking I still need her. And that her silly notions bring her tears. Oh, how could she ever be so foolish? Oh, where could she get such an idea? Just because I haunt the same old places where the memories of her linger everywhere. Just because I saw her, then went all to pieces. She thinks I still care. Oh, she thinks I still care. I appreciate you being so kind. Marlene, you'll have to sing a few now. I'm just about
You just
done.
about out.
Whenever y'all are done, to kind of end this.
Okay, I'm going to do a song that someone asked me to do. I used to do some jamborees in Canada, and a lot of fiddle playing down there, and I had heard this song there, and I just loved it, so I asked for the words to it, and it seems to have meant a lot to me this year, because my mama just passed away in April this year, and we had taken care of her. She lived with us for the last 10 years. And so this kind of reminds me of Mama, and we took her home when she passed away. We'd take her back up to Michigan, and the cemetery was on our old farm. And so this is kind of a song I think about her when I sing this. The first thing I thought about this morning was how I would make it through the day. Our farm will be sold with our belongings, but what will we do about Mother's grave? The sun only touches Mama in the morning, 'cause the trees guard the place where she lay. 40 years ago with all his love, my daddy planned it that way. Although we want to, we can't stay here, 'cause things just didn't go our way. So pack up all the pictures and the memories, but what will we do about Mother's grave? The sun only touches Mama in the morning, 'cause the trees guard the place where she lay. 40 years ago with all his love, my daddy planned it that way. I watch him climb that hill so often. He'll soon be 82 years of age, but his legs just get stronger with each journey. As he places a yellow rose on Mother's grave, the sun only touches Mama in the morning, 'cause the trees guard the place where she lay. 40 years ago with all his love, my daddy planned it that way.
Very good. That's pretty. That's pretty. Hey, don't forget now, Sunday school starts somewhere around 11 o'clock in the morning.
10.
Worship service, and sometimes 10, that's right, yeah. And a worship service around 11, somewhere like that. So don't forget about Sunday school. I may be late for Sunday school in the morning, you know that?
That's why Bob
Yeah.
leaves early when he's here.
Yeah, so, yeah. And we want to tell you, we appreciate you folks hanging around and putting up with us, even though we didn't have many musicians up here. But hey, we had a pretty good time. What do you think?
Yeah.
I had fun.
We'll do it again. We'll do this again next month, about the second Saturday night of next month. We'll be back down here, and maybe we can have a whole bunch of musicians and a whole bunch of pretty people.
Pick a
Close
gospel.
us with a gospel song.
Huh?
Close us with a gospel song.
I don't know a gospel song except one of mine.
Sing something church together.
Hmm?
Sing something, sing church together.
All right.
Do Will the Circle Been Broken? I'll get the band.
Now let's do one of mine. I like it better.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Called God's Helping Hand.
Okay.
There was a time I tried to live without him. Quite sure that I could make it on my own. But then the walls of sin collapsed around me. He picked me up with his sweet helping hand. God's helping hand is greater than treasures, for he stays with us much more than a friend. Now he'll stay with you down in your deepest valley and lift you up with his sweet helping hand. So many times I've told that sweet love story, so seldom do they seem to understand that Jesus died that day to save his children, and then arose with his sweet helping hand. God's helping hand is greater than treasures, for he stays with us much more than a friend. Now he'll stay with you down in your deepest valley and lift you up with his sweet helping hand. God lifts you up with his sweet helping hand. Thank you. Now, what would that?
Thank our sponsors, starting with Ace Hardware. They can be reached at 721-2500. They're located at Gray's Crossing there in Tennessee Ridge. That's on Highway 49. That's Ace Hardware. You can reach them at 721-2500. Ace Hardware, your friendly hardware place. Signature Healthcare, where quality of life is their mantra. Located in the Arlington community of here in Tennessee. They can be reached at 289-4141 for any information you may need. From a dream to reality, Traditions First Bank. They can be reached at 289-5500. It doesn't matter whether it's a banking account, a checking account, buying a car, or a house there. Check them out. Houston County's only hometown children daily, whether it's a simple volleyball or show or anything. Just to keep it
and electrical and heating and air conditioning for all your plumbing, electrical, heating and air conditioning needs. Call us at 931-289-4301. We install rude, reliable heating and air conditioning products. Call us at 931-289-4301. Call us today.
Again, that's Arnold's Heating and Cooling, and their offices are at 2211 West Main Street here in Tennessee.